Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Is this really love or just a game? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Somebody sent me this and said, can you look into this? I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But I guess I'm curious about it. So dear Kilik, she's only 15. The name, where is the thing? What channel? This is from the B family. Who's Kilik? Kill, or like, is he a YouTuber? Okay, they're from Soul Calibur, and they're 40. Okay, now I'm assuming that's not the right person. Okay, let's read the description. At the time of filming, we understood him to be 19. To clarify, he is 17. That being said, age does not excuse language and behavior like this. Using the excuse of age is like saying that a woman was assaulted because of what she was wearing. Okay, I'm not liking the framing right off the bat. Listen, I don't know exactly what happened. We don't know exactly what happened yet. Like, it, so we're going to go from like a speculative thing. Right? If he was saying vulgar and inappropriate things to this young person, it doesn't matter the age because you shouldn't be saying vulgar things to women, regardless, or to men. But you shouldn't be saying them, especially if it's unwanted. That's true. However, if they're 17 talking to a 15-year-old and it's consensual, then I don't see a huge problem with it. If they were 19 and they were talking to a 15-year-old, I do think it's very inappropriate, but I wouldn't call the person like a predator. I would still think it's inappropriate, though. It's an excuse. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. It's an excuse to direct away the focus from the real issue. The behavior has no place in society. At 17 years old, people should know better than to sexualize anybody in a disturbing, dehumanizing, and degrading manner. If this is allowed, that's true. With no consequence, YouTube is setting the precedence that actions like these towards others are to be tolerated. How many more predators do we need before we see action? That's a very heavy claim. We'll see what they have to say. Real change. We cannot have this world have a world like this. We will not allow it. Our children deserve better. We stand by what we said in order to protect young audience and family members, the creator community, as well as the YouTube platform. We have received numerous messages from parents thanking us for being a voice of children, or our most valuable, or vulnerable rather. Age is not a factor, nor is race. It's an excuse. It is called the ad hominem. Learning about logical fallacies is one of the best things you can do to yourself nowadays. There is no excuse for the sexualization of children. Our daughter is in the process of recovering from this mental anguish and verbal abuse. She is suffering. Life is hard enough for our children right now. Lastly, for those of you new to our family, we are Latino and proud to represent the Latino community. Let's stop with the excuses. Let's be reasonable. Hold ourselves to a higher standard for our children and for the world. Let's please watch the full video. Okay, so we're going to watch the full video. So, let me see. So, is this Kilik person on YouTube? Okay. So, we got a little bit of... Okay, so we have... This is Kilik, I guess. So, Kilik is a small content creator. This is them arguing for 10 hours, apparently. I'm totally not going to watch that. But let's see. Okay, it looks like they stream on YouTube. They have a response. Dear B family, my response. It is a very long video. Okay, let's see what they have to say. Let's start. Let's get this
video. Before we begin this video, if you are under the age of 18, this video may not be suitable for you to watch, as there will be language that may not be appropriate for you. So please ask a guardian or a parent to watch it with you. And without further ado, these videos are never easy for us to make. However, we feel that with great power comes great responsibility, not just as content creators ourselves and with an audience and a platform, but also as parents.
So it's been brought to our attention that a YouTuber by the name of Kilik started to make very sexual references towards our daughter, who is a minor. She's 15 years old. And
okay, so who's their daughter? Okay.
These comments towards her were absolutely disgusting. Completely inappropriate. Okay. And when I watched the video, I was absolutely in shock over what this YouTuber was saying about our daughter.
And so we
Okay,
wanted
so
to
she's
present
15.
the material to you, to our audience, to parents,
Okay.
to families that trust platforms like this to protect your children. From our understanding, this person is 19 years old, so he is considered an adult. Our daughter is
Okay.
15 years old. She is a minor. Our son is 16 years old.
Okay.
And how this all transpired.
So, like, we do have to just acknowledge that he's 17, so it does change things. Like I said before, like, it doesn't excuse incredibly gross behavior or, like, words. If they were 19, it makes it much more inappropriate. I wouldn't label them as a predator because of the 4-year age gap. I'd still say it's inappropriate. I think that's a conversation people need to have about the intentions, the actions versus the intentions of inappropriate behavior, right? So a lot of people, like in this case, it would be one of those things where he's like, "Oh, I find this person attractive. They're in a 4-year age range. That's considered whether you like whether and I don't like it, but whether we like it or not, it's considered appropriate to society." The online community is having a new conversation about it. It hasn't really dripped into society, so I'd still say it was inappropriate. It's behavior you have to call out, but it doesn't instantly make this person. It doesn't make this person a predator. So yeah.
Was that last night our son was gaming. He decided to go into a Roblox game with this person named
Kilik. From my understanding, it was a heated battle and Kilik won, but he was very upset at our son, so he decided to take out revenge by going after a family member of ours.
Who won? I don't understand.
He decided to take a heated battle and Kilik won, but going after a
A heated Roblox battle? What? Just the way that they were talking about it. It was a very I guess because they were probably yelling at each other. Wait, that's kind of relevant though. Were they screaming at each other? All right, let's keep going.
So just to clarify, because I like for things to be crystal clear, they had a game, and although this person, Kilik, won, something happened within him where he wanted now to tear down our 16-year-old son, which I think is a minor, in my opinion. I think 16 is still a minor.
Yes, so is 17.
Under 18. And then, after he tore down our son, he went after our 15-year-old daughter.
Yeah, and we're going to watch what they say. Here's the thing, man. I don't know the fight that they had. I would ask this Kilik person if, like, to post it. But what would like the game that they played. But the most reasonable speculation, and let's exclude the daughter for right now, is that the two of them were playing a game, and people that play games online are very toxic towards each other, and they had a toxic like fight. It's inappropriate to do those things, and we need to start calling out, like, we need to change like the online narrative. But the reality is that that's unfortunately like a lot of the ways that these things work. When you're playing games, people get competitive. Men especially get very competitive, and they start doing like a lot of shitty trash talking. It's inappropriate. We need to talk about it, and it needs to stop. But like, I would make a reasonable assumption that the kid, their son, is also engaging in whatever inappropriate shit. I wish that I could see this fight.
And so some of the language that you're going to hear is very, very filthy, dirty, controversial, oppressive, toxic.
It's a lot of words.
There are so many words to describe this content that he shared to his audience of 25,000 people.
He has 25,000 subscribers, and mind you, he's a Roblox streamer, and the majority of Roblox players are under the age of 13.
Okay.
So when Papa B showed me this, what had happened this morning, literally I woke up and he said, "I haven't slept all night. I want you to watch this." And my whole body started to tremble as a mother, as a woman, as someone who has tried so hard to use our platform for the greater good. We've tried to educate and inspire and entertain. And to watch someone dragging our children literally through the mud and feeling that he somehow has the right to do this, I felt my whole body begin to tremble and shake uncontrollably, because these are our children. And nobody has the right to ever speak to or treat innocent children like this, especially over a game. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It makes sense.
But you know what? Let's get your opinion and your thoughts on it.
Yes.
But like your sister, this don't change. The sister still getting, yes, bro. Your sister
I'm sorry, I don't know what he's saying. Give me 1 second. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I need to understand what he is saying. I have to turn it up for myself. Okay. Let's see if we... Okay.
But like your sister, this don't change. The sister still getting yes, bro.
Get yes, bro?
Your sister, Gabriella B, is still getting pouted, nigga. Like, balls deep.
Okay.
Nigga, like.
So in the first
Yeah, it's very inappropriate language.
5 seconds, he uses a word that should never, ever, ever be used.
Oh, stop. Just stop. Okay, listen. What this kid did was wrong, and like I have no problem with them calling it out. But you're not, bro. A black kid said the N-word with an A, bro. Stop. Please stop. Can we not do this right now? Can we not do this right now? Listen, bro, I understand that on face value, nobody should use bad words ever. And you know what? Maybe black people shouldn't use the N-word with an A. That's an ideal perspective. But you want to know what? We don't live in an ideal world. Ideally, I could be fucking morbidly obese, 600 pounds, and not have diabetes. But that's not the world we live in. The practical world we live in is like, it is acceptable for black people to say the N-word. With an A. Nobody should say with an R, but with an A. So, like, you could say, hey, I'm uncomfortable with the language, but, like, stop. Because now we have a perspective, like, we have a kind of a disconnected perspective off the... This kid shouldn't be talking like this about his sister. I do want to know, like, what happened before this happened. Like, I don't know what their kid said to him. And I'm going to look at it. I'm going to try to find it. But, like, this idea, like, bro, if your initial thing is like, oh, nobody should say the N-word, like, I get it. But then also you're showing, like, an incredible amount of sensitivity and shelteredness, in my opinion. I'm just being honest, and it sounds like you're trying to charge it up. Like, you know, I'm looking for, and it also kind of comes off as a large channel trying to bully a small channel. I'm not saying that you shouldn't call this out, but it feels so sensationalized. Like, bro, I would have made a video and said, listen, dude, you had like some fucking argument with my kid. You know, I don't give a fuck what you guys decide to do, but like, you shouldn't be bringing people into it, especially like a young girl. She's 15. I don't care if you're 17. The shit that you're saying is gross. Like, you shouldn't be doing it. It's inappropriate. Fuck off. Like, knock it off. 1 minute video. Tell him to chill the fuck out. Change his shit. That would be about as far as it goes. But, like, this is very loaded. I'm trying to figure out, like, what stream would this be on? Like, where's the rest of it? What happened beforehand? What were they saying during the Roblox fight?
And he already he uses a word that should never, ever, ever be used. And he already goes into the over-sexualization, pedophilia language of a 15-year-old child.
Bro, it's not pedophilic. It's overly sexualized, and it's inappropriate regardless of the age range. But stop, bro. You gotta stop. You gotta stop throwing around this word. This is the problem. We have a huge problem. I need you guys to understand that we have a huge problem with weaponizing pedophilia to further people, like, in these really negative, like, inappropriate circumstances, to like try to call somebody a bad person. Like, it's bad because because you shouldn't be sexual. This is effectively sexual harassment. But a 17-year-old, even if they were 19, the word is still too low. It's completely inappropriate. But like, so far we haven't even seen him like, I'm attracted to it. He's just being really disparaging of it. It seems so far he's like, oh, your sister's getting fucked, bro. Like, it's trying to like upset the kid. It's not appropriate. But like, can we not like virtue signal about pedophilia? Because I guarantee you these guys aren't engaging in like deep-seated conversations about like, you know, about these types of topics and in ways that we can prevent it, et cetera, et cetera. So, stop it, please.
Okay, here we go.
Like, you feel me? You get a dick down. Like, she's getting balls into her jaw. Like yo, mom.
Hold on. This says Mr.
Yeah, please come over.
This is Mr. B. This is on his channel. Mr. B Deep Woken.
Sit your ass down. No, come back in the room.
What's happening? Is this, what is this? Is this the fight that they're having?
Yo, no what? Look, here comes the man. Huh. Look, hey, you need more? Garbage. You need more? Yo, Gil trash. Gil trash. Yo, Gil trash. Booty. That ain't even be one nigga. Hold on. Let's see what power I am. I am power 41. Garbage. Y'all mad his sister getting pounded? Y'all mad his big sister getting pounded? Y'all heard, bruh?
Okay, so here's where we're gonna get to the. Okay, so it sounds like, from what we're seeing, I mean, I don't know if there's more.
Garbage. Y'all mad his sister getting pounded? Y'all mad his big sister is getting pounded? Y'all hurt, bruh? Y'all hurt? Go ahead, Griffy. Go. I don't have no problem. Go ahead. He's all no yo. He got 5 people on the level 40. Ass. You're garbage. Bro, I'm gonna make the whole Slate Clan look bad, bro. That's tough.
Okay, so it's what it sounds like from the information that I have here. What sounds like happened was they were playing a game. He knew it was like whatever, Mr. B or whatever, the 16-year-old or 15-year-old brother. And then after he won, he decided to be like, oh, like I guess the guy's fans were walking around him, and he's like, oh, you mad that I'm fucking that his sister's getting fucked? That's inappropriate, and there's no reason to bring it up. Like, yeah, it is inappropriate. It is sexist. You shouldn't be talking about this kind of shit. It's gross, and it does make it additionally gross because they're a minor. But he's within like an age range where, like, bro, it sounds like he's hate farming. I don't think that So from what we've seen, I don't think that the kid said anything at all. I don't think the other person said. I don't think that their kid said anything at all. I think that he was just being like really edgy, and he probably was like, oh, look, this is like a popular streamer. I'm going to talk shit about him, and then I'm going to clip it, and I'm going to put it up on my channel. Right? I think that's what more of it is. That's what it's more likely, which is shitty, and it needs to stop. But like, this isn't like pedophilic predator behavior. Camilla Part 2. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out exactly. There's a Part 2, but there's no Part 1. Mr. B. I
just hopped in a server and I just seen this. Is they really finna fight right now? They must really. Come on, bro. Just like that.
I don't know if this has anything to do with it. I don't think it's anything to do with it. I thought their kid was Camilla or something. I'm just looking for more information about like what happened. Is this the game? Like what else happened in here? Like what? I mean, we'll have to go based off of the assumption that we had before because there's nothing else that's expressly like laid out. So let's continue.
Yes, man.
So,
Well, I gotta check.
what is his name? Sorry, it's so forgettable.
Kilik.
See that? Like, what's his name? It's so forgettable. It's like a weird insult. Like when you're sitting here trying to talk about inappropriate behavior and you're trying to like morally load it with a ton of words, and you're like, oh, he's so forgettable. That's not an experience I would be having if I felt like my child was being harassed. Of like, this guy's forgettable. Because they're also looking through this as like a content creator lens as well.
Kilik.
Yeah, it's immature. And the thing is that a 17-year-old has, even a 19-year-old has much lower expectations of maturity than grown-ass fucking people.
Kilik. Kilik, if you are watching this, and I bet my next paycheck that you are going to watch this, that is no way to speak to women or about women.
That's fair.
You do not know us. Anyways, I'm going to leave my commentary until the end of the video because it has taken me a long time today to calm down and speak from a place of education because I believe that every moment is a teachable moment. But you go out.
I mean, so far from what I've seen, like the narrative of like not treating women or talking to people like that online is definitely a great educational point. But like you guys are loading this with like pedophilia shit. So I feel like maybe you're not. Maybe you shouldn't be teaching topics or talking about that kind of shit because you don't really know what you're talking about. And you're just using words that are not, those are inappropriate words. You're misidentifying the situation.
Go after my daughter and then you go after me. But now you're going to go back after my daughter. Okay.
When did he go after you? Let's see what we got here.
Sister out, her fine. Oh, Miss Gabriella. And he play Roblox.
Okay.
Damn, boy. Like, I think AB, bro. I think I might be your new step, bro. Like, oh, God. You know what, bro?
Oh, my God.
Let me just search up on the gram.
It sounds like he's talking about the mom now. He's like, I'm gonna fuck your mom. Like, yeah, it's immature. It's not as bad because she's like a grown adult, you know. But like, you know,
I know it got to be some gang. Gabriella B. Let me see if I can find her. I just want to make you mad. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. You don't mind, do you?
He
even expresses his like shitty intention. Again, it's something that we called out. But he's like, I'm just trying to make you mad, bro. Like, yeah, that's shitty. It's immature. It's childish. It needs to stop. It needs to be discouraged. But
to make you mad. Does this sound like the kind of language that somebody would say that has an audience and a platform and has access to young viewers? Or
yes, that is exact. Yes, I mean, like, yeah, that's the reality of regressive gaming culture. I used to live it too, bro. I mean, I've done some shitty things as well when I was younger and played games. The shit that we would say to each other in chats are horrible. Are you kidding me? That's nuts, bro. It's terrible. It's like edgy gaming culture, and then this guy's looking at it as like a hate farm moment. He's like, oh, I'm gonna make money off of talking shit about such and such thing. Also, also, I do want to say something, and I've been looking into this. I've been trying to figure this out. And I'm not trying to be like that guy, but okay. So one of the things that I did is I put this video in like an alternative thing. I put this video in an alternative chat, or in like out of like in privated mode. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to see if there were ads on the video. And like, you monetize your video. But I noticed in the beginning they were kind of just like going off on a tangent and ranting. And it came off as like they're just trying to stall the intro of the video to monetize it. Again, do your thing, monetize your video. I have no problem with people monetizing any serious topic at all. I do have a problem with people like kind of transforming it a little bit in order to like, I don't know. This feels like one of those things where you guys were rambling in the first a couple minutes just so that you can get past the 30-second monetization stage. It's how the way it came off to me. With like the whole trigger warning of like, oh, if you're underage, you shouldn't really be watching this kind of thing. It came off more as like a bit of like a virtue signal while trying to stall the video out so that you can get monetization. Because I did get an ad on the video when I looked at it off screen. Now, so which means they probably monetized it. I'm just saying, bro, kind of bothered me.
For any viewers, does this sound like
I mean, I've done it before too, I guess, but
someone who deserves to have a voice?
Yes, I think that he still deserves to have a voice. This is one of those problems where it comes from cancel culture versus re-education culture. This is a young man who overstepped the boundary and needs to be taught, like, hey, you can't be that edgy. You want to cancel this kid because you didn't like what he said? I don't think it's not like he's like an alt-right, like, you know, Nazi. I mean, this is a kid who needs to chill. Why you're going to take away his platform because he's young? This is one of the problems, is that like when they were young, they probably did dumb bullshit too. I did dumb bullshit. You want to know why I'm not canceled? Because I didn't have the computer. Like, streaming wasn't really a thing. All right? This kid's worst moments are going to be amplified. We're going to cancel him. Do you think that that's going to make him a better person or a worse person? This is one of those things. Like, imagine people are... Like, if you say, like, hey, listen, you need to stop doing this kind of behavior moving forward, like, it's inappropriate, he's more open to listen and be like, you know what, that was shitty. If you're like, you need to lose your platform on a mistake that a 17-year-old kid made... Now we're like really pushing it. We're really pushing it. Like, you're just going to end up... He's just going to slingshot back around, and he's probably going to become more hateful. What do you think happens? That's what happens, bro.
I make you mad. Well, guess what, Kilik? You did it. And here we are.
Guess what, Kilik? You made us mad, and now we're going to try to deplatform you. Like, fuck you, dude. It's so stupid.
Let's keep going.
You have our attention.
Damn, Miss Gabriella.
So spooky.
Gabriella B.
Oh my god. What an asshole.
Boy, she is different.
The kid, obviously.
Ooh. God damn, boy, your sister.
Just a reminder, Kilik is referring to...
All right, by the way, this is the ad. This is the ad I got on their video. Just so they could show you. The video will play after the ad. Because I have YouTube special, boy. YouTube Premium, so I don't usually get ads, so I did this off screen. So, yeah, just wanted to show you that. And again, like, it's okay to have the ad, but it felt like the beginning was like a little, I don't know, maybe they're just really sensitive.
A 15-year-old minor right now.
Yeah.
Dang, this your sister boyfriend? Man's going into deep dive. Man, his sister is fine though. Tell you something. She probably do those step vids with her brother. Oh my God, boy, your sister is different, boy. Got me licking my lips.
Oh my God, it's really going.
Got me licking my lips.
Got me licking my lips.
Yeah, man, we totally got it.
Like, it's so disgusting. It's so degrading.
I agree.
It's so filthy.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine he is directing this to our son about his sister. So imagine being a 16-year-old boy and you are hearing this spoken about your sister.
I've heard it all the time, except about my mother. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on a second. So I did the bare minimum research. They say that he's 17. I clicked on his fucking Twitter. This kid's 16 years old. He's not even fucking 17. Wait, hold on. Where did they get the information that he was 17? I find this like really disingenuous. So this is the kid's Twitter that I found by just going to the kid's Roblox. That was it. I went to his channel. I clicked on his most recent video. I went to show more, and I went to Twitter. I did the bare minimum amount of research, and I found that he was 16. They first said he was 19, and then in their retraction in the comments, they said he was 17. There's no way that you could be getting this wrong. There's no way. Like, what the fuck? Bro, you just decided? Where the fuck did you even come up with that he was 19? Like, you've morally loaded this to this extent of like trying to destroy this kid. Now, it's possible he's 17 because he never updated it. But there's no way you could have even come up with 19 in the first place. Are you fucking dyslexic and you're like, 16? Oh, that looks like a 9? How? How did you do it? How did you do this? How did you fuck this up? He's followed by Keemstar. That's funny. How did you fuck this up? This is really shitty to me. Like, this wasn't hard to find. This wasn't a hard thing to find, bro. You guys really fucked up on this. This was not difficult to find, right? So, like, I don't understand, dude. It just seems so dishonest, bro. If you look at his second channel, he's 17. Okay, that's fine, but there's no conceivable way that they would come up with the age of 19 ever. Where did they come up with the age 19? Is there something I'm missing? You'd make an assumption and be like, okay, I know you're 16, but this is still inappropriate. But they made him 19. Like, the video loses a lot of its charge if he's not 19 years old. I don't know. I just don't understand where you got that from. Like, the bare minimum amount of research is to just go to his fucking social media. Where did they get 19 from? I don't know, dude.
So please keep that in mind as you continue to watch this.
Let's see.
Spoken about your sister. So please keep that
you probably get mad. That was the goal.
in mind as you continue to watch this.
Burger King. Bro, your sister don't even know how to spell, bro.
So if you know
I mean, she does not know how to spell, apparently.
Gabby's humor, you would understand that.
What does she have? Like, fucking 2015 meme humor? I mean, me too, I guess. But
She's actually very educated. It's a joke.
And then he goes off and shows his own
I like how they're like, it's just a joke. Yeah, he's being very edgy right now. Not good, but like, it's just a joke too.
Instagram for a little bit.
Those are his pictures?
Those are his Instagram
Those are
pictures.
his...
How did they even find his Instagram? Let's see. Kilik on Instagram. See if I can load it up. Instagram's terrible on here. Like, you found his Instagram, which isn't even linked in his videos, I don't think. But you couldn't find his Twitter that is linked in his videos? So that how did you come up with 19? I'd really love to know.
Highly filtered pictures.
Are they filtered? Let's have a look. I mean, we have some time, don't we?
You're kidding,
Here
right?
we go. All right, Kilik, show us your best Instagram photos.
Wait. Hold on a second. So wait, hold on. This video, they got the age wrong intentionally. It's the only thing I can assume. Then they're trying to make a point about how shitty this kid is, which the behavior is inappropriate, 100%. but they've morally loaded with it, him being a fucking pedophile. And now you're going to sit here and make fun of what a 16-year-old kid, maybe 17, looks like? How are you any better? The only difference is that his expectations are much lower because his age is much lower. What is this?
Wow.
Go check out them new pics, gang. Them boys fire. You know the
Those are filtered. They got some nice filters on it.
Okay.
It's amazing how filters can filter the outside of you, but they can't filter who you are inside.
I agree, guys.
And who you are inside came out loud and clear in what you did here. And this is why you need to be held accountable. And this is why we need consequences.
Explain to me what you think the consequence should be.
Bro, that's tough. Anyway, bro, your sister fine, nigga. Like, your sister fine, bro.
For context, later on, he goes ahead and creates a clip of him fighting Mr. B in his Roblox game.
Yeah, we watched that.
And he posts it to his followers.
Yeah, which suggests what I was saying. He's hate farming, and it's inappropriate. We should call it out reasonably.
Now, he's starting to write in his description of the video. So this is him right now typing and saying what he's saying in his description.
Let's see. All right, hello. In today's clip, we show the Slate clan, which is a bunch of trash-ass kids in a clan that's so garbage they couldn't beat me level 41 with no Bell in a 1v1. He decided to call his gang with Bell's level 50 plus to take out one dude. Mr. B is an ass, and he butthurt the sister, and that his sister is getting, and it's going to continue to be disparaging.
Oh yeah, I gotta put sister.
Okay.
Let me put the oh yeah, they right here. Gabriella B.
Okay.
Give him some time. He's trying to figure out how to spell Gabriella properly.
Okay.
He literally spent the past 10 minutes gawking at a 15-year-old girl, and he can't remember how to spell Gabriella.
Okay.
Well, he almost got it.
Still can't find her. Oh yeah, there you go.
There, finally.
Every night, and it's not him. He's so hurt.
You know, not to be that guy, because there's nothing to indicate that this is racially motivated, but like I'm starting to understand why people are like they feel like it might be. There just feels like there's something here that we're missing, and I'm not saying that there is. Maybe that's just me being like too weird. I don't know, but like I could see why people will call something racially motivated, even if like most people don't perceive it like that, and even if it's wrong, because like what it just seems weird. Like why are you bullying the shit out of this black kid? Like he talked shit about your kid over a video game, and it was inappropriate. But like you made a 27-minute expose where you get his age wrong intentionally and try to like push this idea that he's trying to like fuck your daughter. It's insane. It's just bizarre to me.
His sister getting pounded. Hold up. He switched.
He changed it to Jesus said to love one another and that we should have been servants to each other. So I would ask that you all do the same in the comment section. Be respectful. We are a community that means more than me. Okay. So it sounds like he's trying to clean up his act after getting called out. Okay. 7 versus 1. They all got bells and let me A41 work their ass with no bell. I don't know what any of that means, but I guess I'm understanding.
His content.
You spelled pounded wrong, Kilik.
His content from Fortnite to Roblox.
So just for clarification, Kilik?
Kilik.
She's doing it again. Like, come on.
So forgettable. Our son goes back and forth between Roblox and Fortnite.
Wow, thanks for the defense, Mom.
Because he has nothing to prove to anybody. And so he likes to make himself happy.
Bro, I feel bad for their 16-year-old because that kid's probably so embarrassed that the mom and dad felt like they needed to fight their fight for them. Like, that would probably be embarrassing. Either that or he was like, Mom, please do something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just cowardice at that point.
Because I think that really comes through to his audience, that authenticity. That he just does what he feels like doing. But when he does go into Fortnite, he's really good at it. But he also really enjoys playing.
How do they not understand memes? They're literally T-posing. What the fuck is this? What is this, bro? I mean, since you're gonna bully that kid, I'm gonna bully you a little bit. What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this? I don't understand. Okay. Bro, family bloggers are fucking insane. They're psychopaths, bro. I guarantee, I'm telling you right now. Hey, here's my new banner. Fucking hitting that fat dab, baby.
Roblox.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually,
Okay.
not sure why Kilik is saying this, because if you go to his channel, you see that he started playing other mobile games and moved to another game, played all kinds of different things.
Wait. Okay, so now we're getting even deeper. So you're telling me that you, after he claimed that your son switched from one game to another because he's ass at the game, now you're telling us that you scoured through his videos on, like, his channel, but you somehow didn't find his correct fucking age? Does this not read as the most disingenuous fucking, like, attempt to assassinate somebody's character ever? This is fucking phenomenal. Like, in the worst way. This is insane. You found that he played other games. You went through his channel to find that he plays more than one game, but you couldn't find his fucking age in, like, the description of every one of his videos. Bro. Dude, he has an Instagram post about turning 17. Then they should have known that that he was 17 while reading through his Instagram. They got his age so wrong. This is fucking nuts, bro. This is fucking incredible.
And now just recently started playing Deep Woken on Roblox. So it looks like Kilik switches more than even Mr. B.
But, so he focuses on Roblox.
He focuses right now on Roblox.
But he's making fun of our son because our son
switched over to Roblox.
Oh, okay. Let's keep going.
All right.
And tried to snipe me. Cause he mad his sister don't want his ugly ass. He on his Alabama shit. He hurt.
He's saying that he fucks his
I spelled
sister.
Alabama wrong, but y'all get the gist. So to cool off, he comes.
How far down is his "I'm 17" post on his Instagram? Holy smokes! It's almost that boy's 17th birthday. Okay, this is the video here. So, how far down is it? All right, so his Instagram isn't that big, so it's like it's down here. It's a bit of a ways in, but if you're gonna, but like you'd usually
Holy fucking smokes!
Okay, it's almost his 17th birthday. This was posted July 25th. Okay, so he's probably 17. Okay. That's fine. I don't know where you got 19 from. Doesn't even make sense. This is fucking insane, bro.
He's reading an essay here.
Yeah, he's clearly triggered. Something triggered him.
Yeah.
That's ironic.
He's really upset.
Gang banged me like his sister gets gang banged in her PH videos. Or I think I got it. Chat.
I don't even understand why they're responding to this. You guys have 10 million subscribers, and like he's got like 30K, and like you're being so extra about this. Is this just like necessary? Like, are you just guys looking for content? Like, what is going on here? Okay, I see what's happening. They knew that they're looking for they're looking for content and probably money, I'm assuming, because they made the video 27 minutes. They knew it would get a hit because they get to weaponize like sexual assault and pedophilia. That's what they're doing here. Because they knew that they would do well because their videos aren't necessarily performing great, which I don't care about. My videos get like fucking maybe 10% of my follow. I don't give a shit about it. But like I don't make content intentionally just so that I can fucking like I can farm social narratives and do the wrong thing about it. What are you doing? Like, call it out. But 576,000 views, bro. I mean, excuse me, fucking 27 minutes instead of like every, like, call, this should have been a minute long. Hey, you know what? I know it's just trolling, but like it's inappropriate. You shouldn't talk to women like that. Yeah, that's a really good thing. Not it's like, oh, I'm going to lie about his age and then make him look like a pedophile.
I've done myself.
So can that language not be likened to that of rape?
No, it can't. You're so dumb. I'm so tired of this. Like, you're a fucking grown woman. He's talking about how your daughter is getting fucked by your brother to make him angry. It's shitty language. Now you're saying it's rape. Bro, so fucking delusional. Like, literally, first video I've ever seen from you guys, worst channel I've ever seen. Like, one of the worst. Because we've seen much worse. You know why? Because we cover actual rape, violent sexual assault. You're trying to conflate trolling to violent sexual assault. This is insane. This is rape culture. This is part of rape culture. Is people is weaponizing sexual assault in order to push a fucking narrative. You are diminishing actual instances of sexual assault. It's fucking incredible. What is wrong with you? You're fucking so stupid. You people are so fucking dumb.
Talking about gang banging?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely not. You guys are fucking idiots. You guys are dumb as shit, objectively. There's no subjectivity here. You guys are fucking stupid.
He is referring to a 15-year-old minor, a child, a girl.
Yeah, about his fucking mom, about his brother fucking her. Yeah, it's not appropriate, but Jesus Christ.
And talking about
getting raped violently.
Oh my God. It's not really what he said, but okay.
And he's saying this to his audience of Roblox viewers that are 13 years and under.
Cool. Thank you.
And YouTube has given him a platform to do this.
Good.
Well, YouTube gives anyone a platform.
YouTube gives
Clearly, B family. YouTube gives anybody a platform. This is the final evolution of content creators where they think that they can do no wrong and they are morally virtuous because they got lucky on the internet. Like, I can do whatever I want. I am the moral arbiter of the internet. I am able to cast judgment down on 17-year-old kids because I'm successful. Okay? Being successful doesn't mean you know fucking anything. This is insane. This is fucking insane.
The other thing is, we have been fighting for years to say that not everybody deserves a platform.
That's true. If they're like Nazis, sure.
Not everyone deserves to have an audience or a voice because there are a lot of people with mental health issues that they need help for, that they need to seek assistance with and counseling, and they should not have access to young minds.
Okay, so they just told us that people with mental disorders shouldn't have YouTubes. That's what they just said. They just told us that people with mental disorders don't deserve to have a platform on YouTube. Now, there are people who don't deserve platforms on YouTube, right? That say horrible, incredibly bigoted shit. That's true, right? Like, I understand why your fucking Nick Fuenteses don't have. I think he got banned or something. Makes sense to me. They just said that people fundamentally with mental health issues don't deserve a platform. What are you fucking stupid? What? If you have a mental health issue, you should get the help you need. Why would we exclude people that have mental health issues from having a fucking platform on YouTube? What? I don't even know how to this is insane. This is worse than anything that Kilik kid ever did. This is fucking phenomenal how disconnected you are from the real world. And now you're telling us that people with mental health issues, like, let's listen to it again because I feel like maybe I got triggered by what they said and I'm misinterpreting it. Okay, let's try it again, just in case I fucked this up.
People with mental health deserves years.
Okay.
Him a platform to do this.
Let's try this again.
Well, YouTube gives anyone a platform.
Okay.
So that's the other thing is, we have been fighting for years to say that not everybody deserves a platform. Not everyone deserves to have an audience or a voice because there are a lot of people with mental health issues that they need help for, that they need to seek assistance with and counseling, and they should not have access to young minds.
Yeah, I agree with what I originally said. You guys are fucking out of your minds. Are you kidding me? Yeah, if you need to see a therapist for a mental health issue, you shouldn't have a YouTube channel. Bro, dude, I'm actually angry. I'm very physically angry. What? How do I what? If I give them the massive benefit of the doubt, there are some people that are so fucked up, maybe, that like they're incoherent and shouldn't be communicating to people. Okay. Maybe. I feel like what a wild statement to say. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't even know how to be myself right now. This is fucking ableist. Like, this is like unapologetically ableist. We've been saying for a long time to a lot of young people who watch our dumb B Family channel that people that have mental issues and need a therapist, they shouldn't have a platform. Like, dude, there are people on here that have like dissociative identity disorder that are expressing themselves and educating people on their own mental illness. Do they deserve to lose their content? Like, where do we draw? What's the line? Draw me the line of who shouldn't have a platform because they're mentally unstable. What the fuck, bro? Because I imagine most of your audience are kids as well. Like, so this is dumb. You're dumb. This is a dumb thing. Stick to vlogging and talking about whatever in your big house. What did you guys do for a living before this? Were you guys just like, what did you guys do? Is there like, what was their job? What did you guys ever do? Like, what? Let's see. Career. They've been posting since 2013. Okay, that doesn't tell us anything about what they used to do. What did you used to do? Like, what did you guys used to do? I don't understand. I just don't. Vine, but before the Vine, that was 2013. What is that? 9 years ago? These guys are probably older than 9 years old. So what did they do before this? You know, like before Vine, like what did the adults do as jobs before Vine in 2013? You understand what I'm saying? What did you do before this? You guys just keep saying that they're from Vine. Okay, so check this out. I'm 31 years old. I've been a social media creator for like a year and a half. So like when I was 29, I still had to have a job. Okay? What the fuck did they do before this? Like, did they create Vine? Nothing? What did they do?
To your children, to my children, because there are people like this that will abuse it. That power will go to their head, or in this case...
You're talking about yourself.
This man got triggered. I don't know why he got so triggered that he's so upset.
You guys are triggered and abusing your platform in a worse way than he is.
So
he's young and needs education on how to interact appropriately online. You're adults trying to cancel a kid for a fucking mistake.
He has no emotional regulation. He doesn't know how to regulate his emotions.
That's you.
And goes straight to anger and then
that's you.
Straight to attack.
That's you. You've done all these things. You're trying to tell us a 17-year-old is a fucking pedophile.
And then straight to pedophilia, which is...
That's what you did! He didn't go to pedophilia, he was fucking 17! How the fuck could he go to pedophilia? I don't even know how you didn't find out his correct age. It was like, your assumption would be that he was 16. And you made up 19. Where did you get that from? Where did you get 19 from? Honest question. Because I don't know how you possibly could have gotten 19 years old. It makes no logical sense that anywhere that this kid would like, did he say he was 19? You made up a number for an age to promote a narrative that he's a fucking pedophile. And it's even arguable that a 19-year-old sexualizing a 15-year-old is a pedophile. It's inappropriate, but it's not pedophilic, right? But he's fucking 16. We don't have to have a conversation about that. Because you made up an age to virtue signal about fucking pedophilia. Like, what is wrong with you? You are doing these things. You guys are bad people. That's reality. You guys have gotten fame and you think you're fucking moral arbiters.
Really concerning.
Before the fame, apparently the father worked in a marketing and web development prior to becoming famous. Okay. Interesting. So nothing to do with any type of mental health education. Probably has never talked to anybody in any mental health field. Probably doesn't struggle with mental health issues, because I fucking sure as hell wouldn't be saying this. I have OCD, I have ADHD, like I'm dyslexic, like I have fucking Tourette's, like they clearly don't struggle with anything. The only mental deficiency they have is the fundamental lack of fucking empathy and understanding. What the fuck?
Let's keep going.
Okay. No. So now he's typed his essay talking about Gabby being raped violently, who is a minor.
Dude, shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my god.
And he now claps because he's so proud of what he has done.
Yeah, it's edgy and inappropriate. That's where we draw the line there.
I've done myself. See, I think chat. Don't tell me, bro. This is beautiful, beautiful. I think this
Like, the bad thing he's done pales in comparison to the bad thing that they're doing.
is it. This is it, chat. This is it, right? This lit. Beautiful, beautiful. That's amazing.
Kilik,
Kilik. You got it.
you feel like a big man now.
This is what you guys feel like, having a large... You're literally describing yourself, bro.
You're a big man
He feels vindicated.
because you trashed 2 children
His own age.
who
Who are probably, like, entitled douchebags, honestly. Like, looking at these entitled douchebag parents, your kids are probably also entitled douchebags. Sorry, kids. Don't mean to be an asshole, but your parents are fucking worthless. So, I mean, I haven't seen a pair of people destroy social justice narratives in the worst way possible by just, like, passively promoting fucking ableism in a very long time. I'm impressed with how, like, ableist they are, passively and, like, normally ableist they are. If you have a mental health issue, fuck yourself. Get off of YouTube. Go get a job, which is probably difficult because if you have mental health issues, it can be difficult to get jobs. Go fuck yourself. You want therapy? Go work at Starbucks. You don't need to have a platform on here. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what a dumb fuck thing to say. They're so confident about it, too. They thought that was such a good thing to say. They were like, yes, it's so good. Oh, my God.
Because of a video game.
just because you got upset or your overinflated ego
That's
could
you.
not handle something about the game that you're playing. But now you're really
Honestly, your son needs to take the L because he got his ass kicked by some kid that was a lower level than him without a bell. So, I mean, like, at this point, bro, you guys fucked up. Your kid sucks at Roblox, dude. Sorry.
proud of yourself. That makes you proud. Really.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That speaks volume about who you are and the lack of integrity and character that you have.
Wow.
Let's keep going.
Wow. I mean, like, you guys are really trying to reprogram your audience and gaslight us into thinking that this is, like, the worst thing that ever happened to you. Is this the worst thing that ever happened to you guys? Like, what, is this it? This is, like, the worst thing that ever happened to you guys? This situation? Like, holy fuck.
Okay, so now where were we? He was kissing
himself.
He was kissing himself like
you know,
he made a pizza
like
out
a
of an
piece
oven.
of art.
Yes, that's what he was doing.
Like, yeah, he's like the Picasso of YouTube descriptions.
He's the Beethoven of pedophilia. Okay.
What is happening? What is this? You guys are fucking annoying.
We got it.
I wonder if they'll respond to me since I'm a smaller channel as well. And they'll just take everything out of context. And if you do, I'm just letting you know right now, I want you to understand something if you respond to me. And I hope you watch this part. You're going to fail. I'm going to make you look like fucking morons. Because I'm not a 17-year-old kid that gets bullied. I'm literally just going to defend myself. And your fans will think whatever they want. Mine will think whatever they want. But then the people in the middle, they're going to go, you guys are fucking insane. You're going to lose out. So, like, I welcome it. Like, holy shit, this is horrible. I hope you guys watch my video and, like, cry. I hope that you genuinely get upset by it. Because this is how you guys are bad. You guys are bad people. This is insane.
All right.
And if you're not bad people, you're doing something that a bad person would do. And that should make you upset. Genuinely should make you upset.
Let's see what else is there.
Oh, like literally, people will literally grab popcorn, chew, and look at it, bro. That's tough. I'm telling you, dog.
No, my friend. No, my friend.
This is what we
People will be grabbing popcorn and watching this video.
I guarantee you.
Okay?
Yeah, it's called confirmation bias. So when you have a particular, like, if you have and they're used to, like, the positive confirmation bias. So, like, they're saying a thing that's wrong, but because they have fans that like them, they're going to just wrap onto whatever they're saying from their confirmation bias, and they're just going to, like, run with it. They're not even going to think about it in a critical sense. They're going to allow this lens to be the lens that they view the situation through, rather than taking an objective lens. Because most people don't do that. Most people don't think critically about stuff. Most people aren't interested in thinking critically, and that's fine. But, like, that's the only reason why you're getting positive reception on your worthless fucking video. That's literally it.
Oh, wait a second.
What did he just say?
He said something that was also very, very deeply embarrassing.
What's that?
demon chat. This is what we do. I am an entertainer. I am a content creator.
I am an entertainer.
He's literally laying out he's literally just saying I'm an edgy little fucking troll kid. Like, yes, it's not a good thing. But like, you're still trying to push this narrative that he's a fucking pedophile. It's insane how he's literally like, yeah, I'm an unapologetic, edgy troll. And then you're like, oh, I think he's talking about my daughter being raped. Shut the fuck up. Holy fuck.
Entertainer, and I am a content creator.
Yes, he does create
No,
content.
you're not.
You are neither of those things, because in order to be a content creator or an entertainer,
All you have to do is create content and be entertaining to some people. That's all it requires. There's nothing virtuous or morally righteous about content. There are 10 million people to subscribe to this video, to these people. Let's see. Let me just give you like a little example. There are 2 billion people on YouTube. 10 million of them follow you, okay? Now, I'm not a big math guy. That's not a whole lot comparatively to the 2 billion. The reason I say this is because that means that the other 1,990,000,000 people, right? Am I getting that right? They don't like your content. Very much a subjective thing, right? Like, like this idea that because he's smaller and you don't find him entertaining means he's shit is just dumb. Because most people think don't find you entertaining and they think you're shit, right? I mean, what the fuck?
you must have intellect. You must
If you did, you wouldn't be content creators.
be able to speak to people in a way that resonates with them.
Okay.
You must be respectful
Look at how great they think they are.
in the content that you put out into the world.
Your content's incredibly insulting to people, to sexual assault survivors, as well as to people with like mental disabilities. It is incredibly insulting to those people. You're not respectful. You're wildly and grossly ignorant.
You must be responsible. There is a sense of responsibility that goes with being a content creator
That part is true, which you do not have.
or an entertainer. And I would go one step further and say that it is people like you that give people like us a bad name.
No, I don't know what that means. Because he makes content that is too edgy, that makes you look bad. It doesn't. That's weird. I don't know what you're talking. You guys make yourself look bad. You're morally loading this as much as possible to try to like deplatform this kid.
Where sometimes when I introduce myself as
Hey, gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss. Okay? It's the 3 Gs, bro. This is another gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss moment, bro.
a content creator, I get people saying, because they put us in the same boat, and we are not in the same boat.
Not even close.
Do you wait, hold on. My question, how much overlay do you think you have from like how much audience overlap do you think there is between some fucking black kid making edgy content versus you guys who make shitty content? I don't really know. What's the fucking overlap? What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. That would be like if I was going grocery shopping and I liked fucking Stop and Shop, but I decided to go to like this small mom and pop store with cockroaches, and I'm like, and then the Stop and Shop was like, see, that's why they don't like grocery stores, guys, because that small mom and pop shop has fucking roaches in it. What? This doesn't even make sense. This is ridiculous. This doesn't even make any sense. Nobody looked at his page and went, I don't like him, and by association, I don't like the B family. You guys make content creators look bad because you promote this idea that everybody's so fucking full of themselves, which they are. Actually, you're good at representations of like popular content creators, that you think that everything you say is like correct and that you're morally righteous. It's fucking insane.
Close.
We live on different planets, okay? Our planet is emotional intelligence,
That's okay. Well, apparently that resource has been completely harvested.
love,
Positivity.
maturity,
No, none of those
grace,
things. Nope.
Fun.
Nope.
Happy.
No.
responsibility,
No.
Educational.
No.
lifting children up.
Maybe you do that because you're a little sussy.
Protecting children. Protecting children.
I have to protect my children from this fucking other child. Like, what the fuck?
And teaching the children of the future how they should behave and how they should act amongst other human beings.
Among us. Thank you.
Here's something that is
Nothing you're saying I'm taking seriously.
very, very interesting.
Okay.
So in his description, where he was talking about a minor being gangbanged,
Yeah.
here's Kilik's account. Oh, here's the Mr. B video that's still up. Okay.
So he actually grabbed this content and made a video of it.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm confused. Yeah, that's people are clip their content.
Yeah, of him actually typing and doing all that stuff.
Of morally destroying our 16-year-old son and our 15-year-old daughter.
Okay.
Okay, so I just like
just for context, just to clarify.
Yeah.
I love it. Love the clarification. Let's have a look at Kilik's description here. Okay, when you click on more, it says... Oh, it looks like he's deleted what he said. Oh my gosh, thank goodness for screen recording and saving videos.
But
Kilik!
what happened to them?
But what happened to the... I think it's still there.
So this is one of the most no-brain things that they're ever like that they could possibly exhibit. This is probably one of the dumbest thoughts that they have. Okay, so check this out. We're gonna do a diagram because if they watch this, maybe they need to understand this. Okay, so sometimes people do bad things, right? Check this out. This is actually very interesting. I know none of you have heard this before. When you do a bad thing, sometimes people will call you out for that bad thing, right? Right. So you get called out for a bad thing. And then what ends up happening is sometimes when people try to, what they try to do is they try to move on to do the right thing. Right? So let's say the bad thing is the text in his chat was like, it was shitty. Somebody called them out, which is a good thing, depending on how you call them out. And then he decided to change the text. That's what happened. It's not really any deeper than that. Or if this was before he was called out, he did a bad thing with a bad text, and then he just decided to change it on his own accord. Because I don't know if they called it out on Twitter before it happened. Maybe he felt shitty afterwards, because the video only has like a couple of hundred views at this point on his video. Right? It only has 800 views. So maybe he just actually makes it even better. He decided to change the text of his own accord, which makes him even better. Okay. What the fuck? What is your expectation of this kid? He does a bad thing, tries to correct it, and now you're like, oh, bad kid, bad kid. Has your kid ever done anything wrong before? Like they do a wrong thing, and then you punish them for the wrong thing, and then they course correct, and then that's what life is about. Doing the wrong thing, usually unintentionally, though sometimes people do it intentionally, right? And then course correcting, and then moving forward, right? So he did a bad thing. He was being too toxic and edgy and trolly, right? In his sphere, that's more acceptable, because the reality is we live in online regressive gaming spheres, right? Then he's trying to course correct, right? What I don't understand. What they want is like, you do a bad thing and then you get canceled, bro. You're canceled. You gotta die. Kill this kid. Get him off the internet. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Videos. Kilik.
What happened to them?
But what happened to the... I think it's still there. But where's your piece of work? Where's your piece of art? If you go to the video, you no longer have that. But
isn't that the desired goal?
Guess what?
We do.
So it's here forever on YouTube, my friend. Mi amigo, aquí está por siempre, amigo.
This is going to be really embarrassing for them if this is their, like, this could potentially be their worst moment on YouTube. This possibly, because of the way that they're engaging this topic, might actually be their deplatforming moment. How ironic is this? How ironic is this?
Now, this is the best description right here of someone who just talked about what he did. Check this out. Jesus said to love one another and that we should be servants to each other. So I would ask you all, do that in the comments section. Be respectful. We are a community. That means more to me than anything. Thank you.
So it sounds like at this point, I don't know if he got called out yet. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. One direction is, it sounds like he's speaking to his community, right? That's what it sounds like to me. Be respectful. We are a community. Now, it's possible, I think, and maybe this is just a good faith interpretation, he's speaking to his community about being toxic towards some Mr. B or whatever. Now, it's also possible that he's just trying to tell people not to be mean to him, right? Now, listen, he deserves some backlash for the inappropriate behavior. But yeah, this would be a point of irony because he's being disrespectful towards somebody and then getting a retaliation in response. So he deserves some retaliation. Let's just be sure he does, right? But like, I don't know. This is just insane. Your interpretation is just fucking wild.
Hashtag Deep Woken, hashtag Mr. B, hashtag Gabriella B,
hashtag
Kilik, hashtag Roblox.
You actually put Roblox in there twice, bro.
Oh, Lord, give me the strength.
Somebody said that they were a religious channel. What isn't being religious about like trying to reform people? Are they actually a religious channel? Isn't the Bible supposed to teach you forgiveness and whatnot? Like, I mean, I guess the Bible teaches you T-poses. I don't fucking know.
Give me the patience, Lord. So he refers to Jesus.
Jesus says to love one another and that we should all be servants to each other and that we should do the same in the comments section and that we should be respectful and that we are a community. And that means more than anything. Thank you. That's from Kilik himself in the description.
Do it as I say, not as I do.
Right.
If anything, this is a learning moment for Kilik to not be so edgy. And you should be able to move on from this, Kilik, because it's ridiculous.
So he was not respectful.
Beyond disrespectful.
You're right.
But he wants other people to be. But what kind of role model are you?
Well, he's 17. Probably not a great role model. You're an adult. Again, like, yeah, you deserve some kind of retaliation for it, but you're calling for a cancellation.
And to reference Jesus is really, well, there you go. I guess you are a little bit of a comedian.
Wait, what were you going to say? To reference Jesus is what?
Is really, well, there
is really what? What about what did you cut out? I think that was the only cut that I've seen so far. What did you decide to cut out there? What did you say? What did you say there? I'm suspicious. What did you say there, bro?
There you go. I guess you are a little bit of a comedian.
That's actually pretty funny. That's actually one of the funniest things I've seen today.
Jesus taught us a lot of
Well, then there you go. He's a comedic entertainer. That's what he claimed to be before, pretty much. So you agree.
Things about loving one another, about living our godliness. And you have not exemplified any qualities of Jesus. I want to make that perfectly clear.
Yeah, well, actually, Jesus, just so you guys know, Jesus was dark-skinned, so he does have that quality of Jesus. So,
here, as someone that follows Jesus and loves Jesus and has dedicated her life and her family to Jesus.
For people who are so religiously oriented, it actually does it blows my mind that you are so unforgiving for people, because like one of the things. So I grew up Roman Catholic, right? So my mom was pretty religious, not like super duper, but she would take me to church and whatnot. And like I got all my stuff. I ate the skin, I ate the bread, I drank the wine, you know. And I'm not super religious now, but I do remember the way that I learned religion, the values have passed on, like spirituality, like forgiveness, being kind to people, trying to do the right thing, hard work, etc. Those are the values that I picked up from here. But like, where's any of that for you, man? You like, if anything, if I was like a good God-fearing Christian, I would be, or you know, Catholic, I don't know exactly what they are. I would be embarrassed by this. I'd be like, wow, this is just not like, if I was like a priest who watched this video, I'd probably be like, I don't like this. You know, God teaches forgiveness. You know, you confess your sin. This is what literally you do. You confess your sin, and you are genuinely sorry, and then you move on. You know what I mean? Now, there are obviously worse crimes that need more that need more retaliation or rather punishment for. This isn't really that bad, though. So.
But as someone who does follow Jesus, Kilik, I forgive you.
You clearly don't. You are trying to deplatform him. You don't forgive anything. This is a literal virtue signal. You are dumb. You are very disingenuous. And I'm surprised that you've managed to gaslight an entire audience into thinking you're a good person.
I forgive you. Just like Jesus forgave the people that put him on the cross.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
Forgive you.
So then why are you trying to
you were
deplatform
not raised with the values and morals of someone who was raised to respect females.
Listen, he definitely needs like better values. It's possible. So here's the thing. It's possible that he didn't get raised with the values of respecting women correctly. That makes perfect sense, man, because you want to know what? Society wasn't really generally raised with the values of respecting women. That's a whole conversation about feminism, the necessity of it, and the necessity of valuing like the female perspective more and more, which we see that. But this reads a lot more as like you have really shitty parents based off of a kid being edgy on the internet and living in the environment of the internet. I wouldn't make the assumption that he had horrible parents, and I think it's really shitty to make that judgment call, right? Like, there are things that people do in life that are horrible reflections of their parents, and it's possible that his parents suck. It is possible. I wouldn't make the assumption, though, because I know that the way the world works is it works in spheres, right? So you have like the sphere here. So you have like your parental sphere right here. So this is a person. And then you have your parental sphere, right? And so this sphere has an impact on your life. Oh, I cannot draw. This sphere has an impact on your life. Well, then you also have like a school sphere, right? That has an impact on the way that you're raised. Then you have like a friend sphere. This has an impact on the way that you're raised. Then you have a community sphere, like where you grow up. That has an impact. And then one of those communities, I didn't even get through the thing. One of those communities can be like a gaming sphere. That is a gaming community. Or rather, we can call that's the gaming community sphere, but it's a gaming community sphere. There are multiple different spheres that have impacts on people's lives and have influence on the way that people think and they process information, right? Like, your parents have a high influence, but they can only do so much. Considering the fact that there is a literal community of gamers that are too toxic and edgy and regressive, the fact that that does exist suggests to me that this is a problem that goes far beyond parenting. It goes into a problem that happens when it comes to the gaming community, right? So, especially since their kid was kind of toxic. It seems like their kid lost a 1v1 on Roblox and decided to call a bunch of his fans to come over there and beat the shit out of the kid. So your kid's also toxic, not verbally, apparently, but he also is a sore fucking loser too, right? Because that seems to be what happened. So this idea that, like, we're going to now shit on the parents for an edgy kid on the internet, that's incredible to me because it's not an uncommon thing. This happens often. And it's something that we need to have educational conversations on, like the one that I'm having, not like the one that you're having, where you're really just trying to disparage this kid. You literally just threw in a subtle yo mama. Like, that's incredibly immature. Especially since you guys are not really you guys don't have great values, at least not on the internet. This is disgusting behavior to me.
To respect children. To use
he is a children. He is a children, guys. Okay?
Language that does not trigger other people into being their worst. I forgive you because I don't know the kind of role models that you have.
So you're going to assume that they're bad.
Assume the role models that you had, and I'm guessing that they weren't very good.
Wow, this is just a real slap in the face to the parents of this kid. This is insane, bro. This is like really presumptuous and shitty.
I forgive you because the males in your life did not teach you how to speak to women or about women in a respectful and kind.
Yeah, so the men in my life did teach me that, and I was still an edgy little shitlord on the internet. So.
And loving manner.
So we do forgive you, Kilik.
No, you don't. You just tried to deplatform him and all people with disabilities as well.
But there will be consequences to your actions. There are consequences to everybody's action.
Nice to meet you.
There will be. That's true. There is.
Nice to meet you.
Our names are Karma.
Yeah, we're the B family. If you haven't noticed, because clearly you didn't know that was Mr. B, her brother in the photo. So
they very clearly did. He did know, because like anybody with a rational mind would see that he saw that it was like the B family, and he could hate farm off of it for views. That's what his goal was. So like he knew who he was and what he was doing. The fucking witch cackle though gets me.
If you haven't noticed, because
she's on her Joker arc. What are you doing? What is this?
Clearly you didn't know that was Mr. B, her brother in the photo. So I would like to formally introduce ourselves.
Let me introduce myself.
Yes.
My name.
This is very cringy, bro. You're fucking introducing yourself to a 17-year-old kid. Like, you're fucking like fronting on a 17-year-old kid. This is incredible.
Is Karma.
I'm Papa B. This is Mama B. And some people sometimes confuse our niceness with weakness.
People think.
No, you guys sound like the kind of people who pretend to be nice, but you're like real worthless pieces of shit. But you know that society doesn't accept like the horrible nature of you guys. You know?
I think that because you're super nice, that you don't fight back. And let me tell you something. We are the kindest, nicest, most loving people. But when you come after...
Usually when people describe themselves as the kindest, nicest, most loving people, they're definitely like, they must be that thing. Like when somebody tells you that they're morally virtuous people, then usually they totally are, right? That's the number one indicator of a good person, is how much they emphasize that they're good people. Just letting you guys know that. Life lesson. Good people will never stop telling you how good they are. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Our children. And more importantly, when you expose the children in the world to evil, to darkness.
I don't know, bro. I'm just getting this feeling. Don't base your feeling of it off of this, but like I'm getting this racially motivated feeling. Not proven. I'm not saying that it is what's happening, but like all the words that they're saying are just making me like, why? It just feels like, I don't know, bro. I can't explain. I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. Maybe it's just a wrong feeling, but it feels. This genuinely feels racially motivated. It does, bro. It does. And I think in their description, they yeah, they made sure that they emphasize that they're Latino. Life is hard enough for our children. Lastly, for those of you new to our family, we are Latino and proud to represent the Christian community. Latino Christian community. Let's stop with the excuses. Let's be real. So it sounds like people have been saying it's racially motivated. And they're saying, guys, so this is what happened. Apparently people were saying, hey, this is racially motivated. And their response was, well, we can't be racist. We're Latino. Now, I'm a regular guy who comes from a real world, right? Let me tell you something. Fucking Hispanic people, Latino, whatever you want, they are just as racist as everybody else. Like, you can still be racist, even if you're fucking Latino or Hispanic. I'm not entirely sure the exact way you're supposed to say it. It exists. I'm just letting you know, bro. They can absolutely be racist, okay? It is a real thing. So, like, this idea that's like, well, I'm a person of color, so I can't be racist. Oh, shut the fuck up, bro. Just stop. Okay? You can. You absolutely can. It sounds like it sounds like they're hiding behind their identity to say, like, I can't be racist. I'm Latino. Ah! Okay. Let me just tell you, bro. In my experience, older people tend to be more racist. Just saying, dude. They do tend to be older people. Very morally righteous. Oh, my window won't open. It's stuck because it's snowing.
To the most hateful crimes. And that is a hateful crime to evil, to darkness, to
What are you saying?
Our children. And more importantly, when you expose the children in the world to evil, to darkness, to the most hateful crimes. Okay. And that is a hateful crime to say, I just want to make you angry. And
it's not that hateful. It's pretty rage bait. You even knew he was doing it. You still fell for it. Like, come on.
Here's the thing, Kilik. You won. You won because you did make us angry. So much so that I had to wait probably about 8 hours to film this video because
you had to go to sleep? Like, what?
Wanted to make sure that when I spoke, it was from a place of integrity.
That's interesting because you still, despite the fact that you heard about the situation 8 hours before releasing it, you got the age wrong. That doesn't sit right with me. Because that's a big deal, because you harped on the age incredibly. This is one of the problems, is that the entire lens of this video is through the idea that the kid's 19 years old and the daughter's 15, and he was being like sexually explicit towards them. The entire narrative is really heavily shattered the second that you learn he's 17. These words don't mean anything. Like, nobody really is going to read this for the most part. People don't usually read descriptions. So, like, you should have taken it down.
Integrity is very important to me, and I will not allow you to ruin what we have built over the last 10 years because you don't know how to control your emotions.
What are you talking about?
And your anger. And whatever is happening in your life, you need to fix it. So you need to get off the internet. That's number one. And we have already contacted our partner managers at YouTube to make sure that your channel is taken away.
Wow, they are really this is what we would call an abuse of a power dynamic. You are leveraging your platform as a large creator against a small creator because he did a bad thing. He did a wrong thing. Like, he needs to not do that. You know, maybe his stream should get taken away, or maybe I don't know if I would go as far to say he should get a content warning, because I feel like he probably shouldn't, because it was edgy trolling. I don't even think YouTube should get involved, to be honest with you. Maybe they should demonetize the video. I don't really know. But, like, you're really going far to try to get this kid, like, to get fucking deplatformed. Like, dude, holy fuck. What happens if that does happen to him? This is like a young kid that's just trying to have fun, and it's edgy, and it needs to be course corrected. But, like, and you're actively, like, you're trying to, like, destroy this kid's life and his reputation. Like, for real, man, it's gross.
You don't deserve to have a channel or an audience. Furthermore, we will make sure that if you try to go to another platform like Twitch or Face, we will be there.
We'll be there.
What the fuck? Dude, this is like really bad. You're really trying to hurt this kid. Dude, let the kid have a fucking growth moment, bro. This is pathetic and disgusting. Bro, these guys are embarrassing. This is a growth moment for this kid. He has to learn that, like, listen, you need to like not be so edgy. But this is like they're really just trying to cancel this kid. Like, this is a kid trying to make it on social media, or he's trying to become like a content creator. Good for you, man. Like, do it. And the content he's making is too edgy. Okay. So course correct. But this shit is fucking insane.
We'll be there waiting for you.
We'll be there. We have 10 million fans and family members on Facebook waiting if you decide to go there.
I also don't like that. 10 million fans and family members. So this is, I'm going to bad faith these guys because they deserve it. Because we've been like this whole, they've shown that they're not good people. So this is one of those things that people should understand, and it's something that I actively try not to do. And what I try not to do is engage too heavily in the parasocial relationship with myself and my followers. One of the ways in which you can engage in the parasocial relationship is to say that, like, oh, you can be our family, right? So if you subscribe to us, you're part of our family. It's a small thing and it's a subtle thing, but I try not to encourage the behavior because, like, I think it might be inappropriate to generate that kind of like interaction with my fans. I think that, like, I'm a content creator and I enjoy making content, and I really appreciate the hell out of everybody who watches, and I appreciate the feedback. I read feedback on my comments. I try not to respond too much because I know how sometimes it can come off wrong. So especially if I get negativity, I will actually read comments and I will take it in and I will absorb it and I will sit on it instead of reacting to it because it can be inappropriate. But I listen to what people have to say. I do care what people have to say in the comments. I do listen. I do read what's going on. And I think that's an appropriate relationship to have with your fans. Make content, listen to what people say about your content, and then course correct if you do something wrong. I think that's totally fine and respectable. But to say that hey, you're part of my family, and these are playing into the parasocial relationship aspects, because now you can call somebody your family, like I say, it's okay to do that thing. And be like, yeah, you're cool. I appreciate my followers. I'm okay with that. But now they're also saying that we have people, our family, that we can weaponize to deplatform you regardless of where you go. Does that that's where it becomes to an abuse of the parasocial relationship. And I 100% believe that that's what they're doing. It's speculative, but I do believe that because that's what they're saying to us right now. Hey, we're going to try to destroy you on every platform. It's an abuse of a power dynamic. It's deciding that because they are popular and famous and have money, that their say matters more than other people's say, which, we talk about politics and social issues as well on our channel, which is a massive problem in America. They are personifications of what do you call the bourgeoisie, thinking that because they have more money, that means that they should have a bigger say than everybody else. They reached out to their representative on YouTube. And they right? So here we go. This is a thing that people do. You have rich people who will reach out to the police to try to impact poor people in a negative way. So we'll say the popo. Man. The same thing as large creators reaching out to their YouTube representatives to try to deplatform small creators. It's the exact same thing, man. They are the persona. This is what happens when you get famous and you don't get fucking gut checked. It's crazy.
And if you go on Twitch, we'll be there too.
Now, I do believe that people can change, and I
don't know how well you do on Twitch, though. You guys are lame.
I believe that people can learn to be better human beings.
No, you don't, because you're trying to cancel this kid. You're prescribing an inappropriate punishment for this kid. That's it's like if you fucking stole a candy bar, you should lose your hand. That's your punishment right now.
And so maybe in the future, in 10 years, if you become a better human being and you develop a conscience and morals and,
foresight.
Yeah, then maybe you can try this whole internet thing again. Right now, you need to get off the internet and find mentors, teachers, guides that can actually lead you down the right path because you are not on the right path. And this can actually be a wake-up call. Maybe Jesus sent our family or this situation into your life as a wake-up call for you to say, whoa, what did I do?
That was the only good reason I've ever heard for why Jesus doesn't exist. You know, I'm not a super religious person. I do believe in God. I'm more of an agnostic. You know, life can be confusing. But I have never heard a better reason than that to suggest that Jesus doesn't exist. If you're suggesting that he sent you to deplatform a kid for being a kid and being edgy, language that needs to be changed, that is that. If he really did do that, Jesus does not exist. Just letting you know right now, which I don't believe is true. I think you guys are just fucking insane.
Because today it's comments about a 15-year-old. Tomorrow it may be that you physically cannot control yourself around a 15-year-old.
Well, here we go again, weaponizing sexual assault in order to promote a bullshit fucking narrative. Now they're saying that because he's making edgy jokes online, he might be a rapist. Bro, you guys are bad people, man. I'm fucking angry right now, dude. Like, this stuff makes me genuinely angry. And not just fake internet angry like the two of these dumb fucks are. Like, genuinely angry, man. Like, you're weaponizing sex. We talk about sexual assault a lot on this platform. And, like, you guys know, who've heard the story, that I'm very close to sexual assault. It's something that means a lot to me. I've explained why in, like, a previous video. It means a lot to me. Like, it's the only thing that really gets me angry. Sexual assault, sexual abuse type situations. I try my best to like sit down, watch situations as being as objective as possible, but these are things that like really resonate with me. And the only times I actually get genuinely angry when I talk about stuff is when people invalidate sexual assault and survivors. And this is what that is. You're suggesting to me that because somebody's edgy and again needs course correction, that he might be a rapist. That's insane. That's insane, man. That's really fucked up. That's like horrible. That's horrible. You guys are morally grandstanding and exaggerating this point so heavy. It's frustrating.
And so here's the thing about females, Kilik, is when you see a female that is attractive, beautiful, it's kind of like a flower. When you see a beautiful flower, you admire the flower. You say nice things to the flower. You don't stomp on the flower and try to destroy it, which is what you tried to do to our daughter by using language that can be deep.
Well, he doesn't need to do that because you probably have already destroyed your daughter's life by just being bad parents that are setting her up to be like incredibly full of herself. I mean, that's just the way that I'm observing this situation, you know. And I don't have to assume like you guys did before that he has bad parents because I'm watching you guys in real time act incredibly irresponsibly. So like, I feel bad for your kids, bro.
Deemed exploitive, like you are exploiting her. The toxic masculinity is just overwhelming. Like,
bro, shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. Do you want to know why I'm saying shut the fuck up? Because toxic masculinity absolutely exists. It 100% exists. And you want to know what? You could, honestly, men feeling comfortable talking about women in this way absolutely would be considered an aspect of toxic masculinity. 100%. I agree with that. But they're so disingenuous that I don't even think that they understand what toxic masculinity means. And it's just like, it's just a throwing point. It's just words to them. You are weaponizing and degrading sexual assault survivors with the way that you talk about them. And then you're going to go on to talk about like female issues and toxic masculinity. I don't think that you're educated enough on any social issue at all. I don't think you're educated on yourselves enough to be talking about these topics because you're just so off base. You have every right to be upset that your daughter got berated by this guy and trolled, right? And your son too. But the way that you're responding to it is just buzzwords. It's just buzzword salad. That's all this is. There's no depth to this. I don't even think you really care. I don't think that you actually care about any issue that you're talking about. I mean, you were just being like actively ableist. You're telling people that people with mental issues shouldn't be on fucking the platform because you need therapy. A lot of people need therapy. It doesn't mean that you should be excluded from an entire space just because of that. I don't think that you guys give a shit about anything. At all. Like, not all.
Like, it's so...
Because here's the thing. This is the thing. Right? And this is very deep conversation about like intersectionality, right? Generally speaking, right? There absolutely are issues in every community of different things, right? So like in like the people of color, or let's just say like the black community, right? You have like black community, you have like the indigenous community, you have like even like the woman community. So we'll say like women community. You have the like we'll say disabled community for lack of a better term, right? And in all these communities, right, there are representatives of other people within those communities, right? So you have people who are disabled or indigenous or women in the disabled community, and you have people that are Black, indigenous, or women, or combination of those in the disabled community, right? You have the same thing in the female, like the woman community. You have like disabled people. Like this is like intersectionality, and it's hard to explain a lot of this like really instantly. And there absolutely is an issue of every community being regressive in some capacity to other communities and invalidating, right? So like in a feminist space, tends to have issues with like being racist, like, and in like, you know, Black spaces have the tendency of being sexist, right? Same thing. Like, and we're not saying that it doesn't happen in white spaces. Okay, we're just not a marginalized group, so I didn't include us in here. This is woman. This isn't white, right? So that's the only reason. Like, it was not like white people. We're not better. My point is that being white, whether you want to hear this or not, it's not a reason. You know, it's not an identity or a marginalized identity. Okay, so that's the only reason I'm not including. I'm just making that absolutely clear. But generally speaking, when somebody is like bigoted in one capacity, there's a higher chance of them being bigoted in other capacities. And the reason I bring this up is because I do understand that you can be bigoted, you can be an advocate for any identity group while also being bigoted and like ignorant on other identity groups. But generally speaking, if you're a representative or an advocate for one identity group, you're usually going to be more accepting of other identity groups, and you're usually going to be more like fundamentally empathetic. Because if you're somebody who has experienced a particular like issue being marginalized in some capacity, you usually like, okay, that person, that's another identity group that's marginalized. I think that, you know, I have a little more empathy for that group, especially in online spaces, because, you know, online spaces, usually we try to educate ourselves on everything. The reason I bring this up is because of the fact that they're like intentionally, like ignorantly ableist to a point where like they just think that people with mental issues shouldn't be on that platform. I don't doubt that bleeds down into their perception of other issues. This doesn't read as like a genuine like feminist experience or any type of education for women. This reads as a virtue signal so that they can deplatform somebody, because they're trying to deplatform somebody, and they clearly don't have any depth of thought when it comes to any issues when it comes to people with like disabilities, because they don't think that people with mental disabilities should even have platforms. You understand what I'm saying? So like, what the fuck? This is just fucking bullshit to me. I don't think that they're being genuine.
Over the top. How you think that this is okay and then you created a video about it is like, it's unbelievable. You do not know how to behave around women, around queens. My daughter is a queen. She was raised by a queen.
Sounds like you think that the fact that you think that you're a queen probably means you think that you're full of yourself. Like, yeah, women, like, I don't know. Just the way that, like, you can teach your daughter to be a queen in a positive, strong way where they're like a strong person that can overcome adversity. But since you're so condescending and like disingenuous, I feel like the queen to you doesn't mean strong, powerful woman. It just means that you're better than everybody else. Like, I don't think that you think other women are queens. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that you think you and your daughter are queens and you hate like every other woman. That's what I'm saying. If you use queen as like a general point of morality to teach women to be strong and all women are queens, that's great. You seem like a condescending asshole. But that's probably why you use the word queen.
You are not a king. See, that's the difference, is you are not a king. You're not even a prince. I would equate you more to like a jester. Do you know what a jester is, Kilik?
Well, he did say he was an entertainer.
A jester is a professional joker.
By the way, all black men are kings. Let's just be honest here, okay? I'm woke. I know how it be. Don't be fucking with my brother. I don't know what I'm doing.
Or fool.
Shit.
And so this is why I'm trying to save you from yourself. We are trying to save you from the path of destruction that you are setting up for yourself. So please get off the internet, or eventually your channel will be removed anyways.
Let's hope not.
But please check yourself before you wreck yourself, because
oh, Mom, you're very cringe. Holy fuck. Did your kids watch this video and give you the okay? Because that would be even worse.
that is the path that you are going to. So of course, we opened this with asking our audience, what are your thoughts?
That you're wrong and dumb. That's my thought.
You know, we are coming at this as parents. These are our children.
You guys are coming at it as fucking really irresponsible.
But our children have been like siblings to many of you, like cousins. Many of you.
Hey guys, I'm going to play into the parasocial relationship narrative so that I can try to encourage you guys to be as upset as we are. I hate this audience reprogramming. Like, it's one of those things where when you hear a thing and you're like, oh, that's not good, but somebody's like, this is a horrible thing. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait, maybe it is. Maybe it is a hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gaslighting your audience into thinking this is worse than it is.
Refer to our kids like being nieces and nephews to you, even though you've never met them.
That's really weird and uncomfortable, and honestly, I would say inappropriate.
You have watched them grow. And so I would like to know your thoughts about this kind of content being available. These types.
Yeah, I don't think your content should be available. Let me contact my YouTube representative on my Among Us phone. Pop, 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 pop. Hey, YouTube. What the fuck, bro? It's not a phone, but it's a cute little Among Us coin purse. So my brother-in-law got it for me. How you like that?
Of people being seen as content being available. These types of people being seen as content creators.
What do you mean by that? These types of people. What do you mean by that, bro?
And having access to young viewers and audiences. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below. We want to hear.
Hey guys, I am going to equate this young man to a rapist and a pedophile. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and share this video on whatever platform you'd like. Thank you very much, everybody. Cue outro music. You know what I'm saying? Is that how this is going to end?
Everybody's thoughts.
Make sure that this pumps through the algorithm.
So thank you for watching. Like we said, these videos are never easy for us, but we feel like they're necessary because this is how we are going to evolve as a human race. This is how we're going to progress, is with education, by teachable moments, by showing you.
This isn't a teachable moment. It could be, but you're canceling him for it. So how are we going to learn? It's like if you spelt the word wrong in school and they kicked you out of school. Are you fucking idiot? You spelled orange wrong. Get out. Okay, I'd be kicked out of school immediately. You want to know why? Because I didn't know February is actually February. It's spelled February. I thought it was February. I thought it was February, but it's February. How fucking weird is that? I'd be kicked out of school, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Education is hunting down underage content creators on all their platforms. Hell yeah, brother.
The things that should not be done so that we can improve things for everyone, for the viewers, for families, for the platform, for YouTube. We've always tried to be friends of YouTube. We have always offered our services. Is that
so that you try to be friends with YouTube so that you can use your friendship as like a leverage for favors from YouTube? Is that why?
As the AB family, to try to improve the platform so that brands will want to work with YouTube, with us.
Yeah,
so that
Wednesday is spelled weird too. Wednesday. I thought it was Wednesday, like Wends. I always knew Wednesday was spelled that way, but I never thought about it until the February thing. I realized that I'm saying February wrong.
Everybody, it's like a...
It's like a whole ecosystem.
It's like a whole ecosystem.
Work and love and growth. It's an ecosystem of growth and positivity.
There's a clog. There's a clog in the ecosystem, and we need to deal with that clog.
Yep, there's a young black kid on the internet. He is a cog in this ecosystem. Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Get this young black man out of here! Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
So,
this is how we deal with it, through education and through truth and through transparency.
Thank you for protecting our family.
Thank you.
By the way,
love you.
We don't say that enough, but for those of you that sent us this content and wanted to get our attention and are always looking out for us and looking out for our children, we just want to say thanks.
That's all it takes to validate people that are engaged in this toxic aspect of parasocial relationships. Thanks, guys, for sending me the video. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a low bar. If you're so important in their family, why don't you give them some money? Huh? Why don't you give them some money, bro? Wanna know why I won't do that to my fucking viewers? Because you're not my family. Fuck you! I'm just fucking with you guys. I mean, you're not my family, but you're good guys. I appreciate it, but I ain't got no money, so there you go, bro.
Thank you.
It means a lot. From this mama.
If we get outro music, I'm gonna go shit myself.
And this papa.
It really does.
We just want to say thank you, and we love you, and we honor you, and we respect you.
Okay.
We respect you for respecting.
Give me a bass drop. Give me a bass drop.
And we'll see you soon.
We're not gonna get a bass drop, are we? Damn, bro. All right. Well, that was a horrible diarrhea
So-
spewing out of my asshole. Listen, dude, here's the thing. Let's do a little recap, okay? Kilik is in the wrong in the way that he was like interacting with their son and their daughter, right? Okay? Right? First of all, we know it's like trolling, and it's just because it's normalized to troll on the internet doesn't mean that it's appropriate, and we should be changing at least the severity of trolling. Right? It's inappropriate to go and like talk shit about women, which we should learn in the Pokimane situation, just because it's just like, hey, woman, the only people only like you for your beauty and your looks, and like, and then be very sexually explicit. That's wrong. 100%. Now, it seems like the son engaged to some capacity in the toxic behavior by getting his ass owned 1v1, even though he was like 10 levels higher and didn't have a bell. And had his like little followers come around to try to troll the kid in his game. But the response was like way too much. It was inappropriate. And it was bad. Okay? Doesn't matter if you're 17, you still and you're within a good age range for a 15-year-old. Like that's considered if we're talking about dating, which we aren't even, but like it doesn't matter even if you're a kid, you still shouldn't be doing this to other kids. We have to teach people while they're young to not exhibit these negative behaviors because it's harder to change when you're older. That's a great message, okay? This guy obviously needs to hear like, hey, this was inappropriate. But this video was full with moral loading about sexual assault, and it was horrible. It was horrible. It was invalidating of sexual assault survivors to such an extent. They managed to be ableist as well by telling people that like people with mental disabilities also shouldn't have platforms, which was completely unnecessary for them to even bring up. Let's talk about that. It wasn't even reasonable for them to bring it up, right? They were talking about how some people shouldn't have a platform, which is true. Everybody has their limit, right? Like, so we talk about white supremacists and shit shouldn't have a platform. But they think that people that make edgy content, as well as people with mental disabilities, shouldn't have a platform. The fact that they even added that was unnecessary information to the video. But they felt so like morally righteous and so actively like strong about people with mental issues not having YouTube or platforms, content creating platforms, that they decided to just throw it in here anyway. They just decided to just chuck it in here anyway. This video is embarrassing. It made me actually angry as somebody who advocates for sexual assault survivors constantly, continuously, and that is the core of my content. This really upset me. It actually genuinely bothered me, all jokes aside. It was incredibly and wildly irresponsible. They also try to deplatform a kid for making a mistake. He needs to be called out and course correct, but he does not need to be deplatformed. This is a young man who's just trying to do his best to be a content creator. Like, he's just on his grind, right? And some of the things that he's doing are wrong. So you course correct and you move forward. That's what you're supposed to do as an adult. They kept saying that he needed a stronger like male figure or whatever in his life. Why wouldn't you try to, in some capacity, be that figure by saying like, "Hey, listen, like you need to course correct and not be so bad." Instead, they're calling their community manager on YouTube and trying to actively deplatform this kid. Like, it's a wild abuse of power. It's insane. And if YouTube does it, then shame on you. Hopefully, they won't, because that would be incredibly inappropriate. As of the viewing of this video, they have not. So hopefully they don't. But holy moly, bro, they haven't as of they haven't as of now. So yeah, I think it's just it's just insane. I mean, I don't know if this kid is actually, if he has sponsors from these things here, and maybe he does, or maybe he's just trying to look like he's more professional than he is. I don't really know. I doubt that like him and his subscriber count would get this many sponsors. So it's possible. I'm not saying it's not. But like that's another thing. Are you like they're trying to deplatform him, remove his entire like financial like revenue source? You're just trying to destroy this kid, bro. And this is crazy. And this is just fucking crazy. This is crazy. I don't know. I don't know how sorry he is. I don't know if it's like trolling sorry. I'm not going to watch a 4-hour long video. He has a 16-minute video.
All right, to start out the video, I just want to explain to y'all about, you feel me, something. This is a apology video, but I just want to set some records fat. You feel me, some records straight at the beginning. Sorry, I got a little cold, so don't be harsh in the comments. Just understand like this. This is a video of me, obviously, August 3rd, 2021. This is just the proof that I am 17. I don't know where they got the 19 from.
How old am I right now? I'm 16, bro. I'm 16.
Yeah, he even has it in his Twitter. Maybe he changed his Twitter after the fact. Still unreasonable for them to just assume he's 19, especially since it says 17 in one of his 10 Instagram posts. You could have dug for it.
I turned 17. I turned 17 on the 18th of August, and I got a tattoo. Shout out to my best friend for giving me this tattoo. All right, let's just declare that I am 17. Let's go to DMs. I'm gonna declare a couple things as well, so y'all can see that. I'm gonna switch sources.
All right. Starting off with this one. This is a strike. They actually struck my channel twice. The beef family did. Talk about child safety.
Okay.
I admit what I did was wrong. Very wrong. Disrespectful towards your daughter. I got a lot. I definitely did not have to say those things, but there's a reason that I said that, and I'll be explaining the reason. Starting off January 14th.
It's still not child safety concern. I wouldn't say that. Why do I have it sped up? Because I'm listening to it more for myself than I'm for you guys.
2022, which is this screenshot here. This is when your son decided to come on my stream and raid my stream. When I mean raid, I mean raid, like hate raid, basically.
Okay. So apparently, he hate raided the stream. When was this?
2022, which
Okay.
is this screenshot here. This is when your son decided to come on my stream and raid my stream. When I mean raid, I mean raid, like hate raid, basically. He raided with like 8 other people, and it was him, which I'm gonna be showing y'all that in a second. And also, you know, I did say some crazy shit.
He made because I flamed his sister who was sorry. Yeah, that's obviously inappropriate.
Like I said, I apologize for it. And then also explain he banned me from my
I
friend.
don't think I would call that a hate raid. It sounds like he showed up to his stream with some of his that's called stream sniping, not hate raiding.
Discord deal that
Like he had people join his game, I guess, but it seems like it happened after the fact, so I'm not really super.
he was in a VC with, and he banned me. And they were all ganging up on me in Discord. I'm not in Discord. He's still in there. I can't get it. All right, I'm sorry. Like I said, my nose. All right, let's begin on how this happened. Okay, like I said, January 14th, 2022. Let me go back here. Let's go to messages. I'm on my history. They deleted some of my videos. Like I said, they strike me on like 2 vids. Okay, this is the vid right here. It's called High Five. Now it's near the end, so like I said, bear with me, chat if you can. It's a little laggy. I hope it's not too laggy for you guys. Let's go all the way here. Now, explain the situation is I'm playing my game. I'm streaming. I'm having a good time. But let me explain why he did what he did in this video. It's because a week prior to this video, that's when me and Mr. B first met, and we had an argument. Teenagers being teenagers. I'm 17 and he's 16. I just found out his age actually today. I found out everybody's age today. Me, I'm 17, he's 16. I didn't know. We arguing though. I definitely didn't know his age. I don't know nobody, chat. I didn't even know who he was. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know who anyone was. So before this, actually, keep it just hold January 14th. We'll come back. Say around January 8th. So it was a week after Deep World release, which is a Roblox game. Say that time. I got in a VC with my friend who's in Discord. I don't have proof of that because like nobody records a Discord call unless it's like really some serious. But this is a roast session, basically. What roasting means is people don't know what roasting means. It means an argument or a conversation between two individuals who's talking about each other's life, talk about their problems, their situations, their stuff going on. So basically, we're roasting each other. We're roasting each other's family. We roasting each other's channel, which obviously has more subscribers than me, and we roasting each other's views. He was roasting the shit out of my channel views. So I went to his channel. I was like, bro, you get all your subscribers from your family, blah blah blah. He was like, bro, family, all this. So I go, I did break up the concept of family first. I do admit that, but I was roasted. It's a roast. She feel these kids. So we come at.
It sounds like the two of them were just they were just fucking being toxic dickheads to each other.
We coming at each other hard. I coming at his whole family, blah blah. Your dad, this and that. Your body, this and that. Your sister, he coming at me. Your body, this and that. Your channel, your sister, bro. Ugly, all that type of shit. Simple as that. It's a casual roast session. Obviously, I'm not taking it serious. I'm having fun. I'm laughing through the whole thing.
I'm not sure if I believe that it was like a casual roasting session. Like what does that mean? Like like that's so weird. Like why would they like it, I'm curious because does that mean that the son was just like, yeah, let's come in here and have, like, were they all friends? That's possible. Maybe he was friends with them because they're all Roblox players in some capacity, maybe not active friends, maybe it's part of like a small community. But okay.
I didn't know he took it serious. Look, I never knew he took the roast session serious. Fast forward a week, this is what happened. You feel me? I don't even go to his channel. Like I said, I didn't know his age. I still didn't know his age. I stopped talking to him, basically. This is the first time he came to my stream and he kicked me with a group of people. Like I said, I didn't know his age. I don't know nothing. I was just chilling. That was my first time encountering him when we had a roast session. We was chilling. We was having fun. Everybody was in the VC. I didn't know bro took it to the heart. You feel me? I didn't know bro took it to the heart. I was chilling. But this what happened. Basically, I joined the game. Such and such on stream. This is a 20-minute stream. I'm chilling with everybody. I'm having fun. They decided at the start of the first 20 minutes of my stream to come in my stream and jump me. And it was like 3 people, which they did here, literally.
Okay.
They jumped me here.
So yeah, then they jumped him in the stream. Yeah, toxic dickheads being toxic dickheads.
I'm here with my friend. Right here, he spams Mr. B on top. You're trash. Get better. This is his friend. Mr. B on top. I don't know why he came in my stream and spammed that, but after he did that, he also came in my chat after they killed me and all this. So this is, he's gonna grip me, he's gonna kill me. Like your boy attacked me first. Look. They don't care about none of that. They just saying Mr. B on top. Now to confirm the hate raid, this is the only way I can confirm it because they banned off my chat, so all your messages was deleted. However, my bot, Streamlabs doesn't ban chat when it's a bot. So I'm gonna show y'all his YouTube comment on his YouTube in my stream chat right now. Which is gonna be right here. They're gonna catch it in a second. Okay, here. Here's his channel right here. Mr. B, please refrain from spamming.
Get better. They were Kilik wasn't even there though. Dude's lagging. Thank you for subscribing. Okay. They act like they was even good. LOL. Please refrain from. Okay. I just ran on the white cloak dude. He logged. Who is this? Mr. B, please refrain from spamming caps. Wait, so it says Mr. B, stop spamming caps, which means okay, so they were both engaging in like bullshit behavior together. And then one of them took it too far. Okay. Wow. That's definitely a pedophilic shit, right, guys?
Caps. Him and a group of other people came in my chat, spamming easy, you're bad, you're trash, quit the game, delete you get no views, you're bad, you got 20 people watching. Feel me? But hey, ready, calling me, all types of stuff. I didn't go to his channel, I didn't come to his game. Like I said, I never know, bro. We had one time session roast. I don't, you feel me? So me being me, I went on the offensive. And I talked about his family. I'm like, bro, such and such, your sister, your mama, blah, blah, blah. Like, because he keeps being weird. Now, this is the first time, chat. It's the first time.
Dude, this is the way that they reacted to this, the family, is just going to justify this kid. It's going to validate his feeling that he can bully people and then not get a response from it. But it sounds like the kid bullied, like the fucking Mr. B kid bullied this guy over a game, and then he upped the ante, right? He shouldn't have been disrespectful still, but like, shut the fuck up, acting like this is just this kid deciding to be a fucking asshole.
Him being obsessed with me and coming to my stream. Now let's show the second time. I'm gonna show y'all Discord. If I can, hold up. Okay. My bad. I'm trying to get Discord for y'all. Let me get this for y'all. Where's that, bro? I don't see. Okay, right here. I got it. Let me space Discord out. Like I said, I'm sorry, this is not the best video, man. I don't want to edit it because I just want to explain the full situation. I want to cut out, make it look like I'm lying. You know, when a person has to edit the video, it makes it seem like you're lying. All right, fast forward to I think 2 days ago, on the 26th. You feel me? January 26th. Let's go. Recently. This is after they released it. I was asleep. Like, look, this is me. I went to sleep after this live. This is what happened. Yes, I did disrespect him. Like I said, I'm sorry. And right here, I thought his sister was older than him because we did go to his Instagram on live. And it says, "How's your little brother, Gabriel?" And I never called your brother's name. Little brother obviously thought she was like older than him, and I said he's
Oh, that's interesting. He thought that the girl was older or younger, whatever, older than him.
16 because somebody told me on stream he was 16. So like I said, I never knew bro age until yesterday. I just found out. And when I was streaming, I was like, "Damn, so your sister older."
Hold on.
Like older than him, and I said he's 16 because somebody told me on stream he was 16. So like I said, I never knew bro age until yesterday. I just found out. And
Oh, let's see. It says, "How's your little brother?" And I've never caught your brother's name. So somebody said that this was his little brother. This was her little brother. So he assumed she was older. Okay. I mean, these are one of those things where you could look it up on famous birthdays, but it's also a 17-year-old kid. So him being dumb is like, okay, sure.
when I was streaming, I was like, "Damn, so your sister older than you." So right here, obviously the video's removed, but if y'all go watch the video, basically this is the second time he came on my stream. Now, like I said, chat, this is the 26th. So, and the other time was on the 14th. So he came on my stream on the 26th once again just to harass me and come on my game, gank me, and talk about spam Mr. B on top. And I'm gonna be showing that video because I got it actually. So because they deleted off YouTube for harassment. I'm not sure the part of me saying what I said, but obviously I know what I said off that video. So make sure you delete this. And sorry for black screen. Hold on for me, like I said. Let me screen share. Hopefully it doesn't lag. I'm hoping it doesn't lag. Okay, we good. This is a video right here. This is him sending people, like I said, the same plan slate. Remember that? This is him sending people in here. Is it the plan? Oh my god! I'm sorry. My computer just lagged hard. Hopefully I didn't lag hard. I don't know. All right, that's my situation. I'm sorry for lagging. As y'all can see, he kills me. This is yesterday's live. 26 live. He kills me. And right here, look at they spam Mr. B on top. So I'm like, bro, ain't no way you join my game with 7 people to gank me and spam Mr. B on top being obsessed. You feel me? This is obsession right here. He thought you talking now. Nobody was talking about you. I was having a fun stream. Not in my chat, in my stream. If y'all go back and watch it, well, y'all can't because his ban is violent. Nowhere near that mention Mr. B. I'm over here having fun with my subscribers and these guys pull up. He talk about know your place, dumb dog. You feel me? Mr. B on top. Mr. Runs you, Perma Freshie. You feel me? You feel me? All types of stuff. And this is where I get disrespectful and start calling them out there. They like, I can't say it, but obviously y'all know if y'all watch the video. But yeah, basically that's what happened. And fast forward after that, basically. I want to turn this off and actually give it no capture back because I'm scared of lag. I don't have the best internet. I'm not rich, y'all.
It's very interesting. This is how like confirmation bias works as well. So what happened is that this family made an insane claim. This is called shifting the goalpost. So the family made an insane claim that this guy was like 19 years old, and that he was basically like predatorizing this girl, right? Well, then we find out he's only 17, and then on the information we also find out that like he actually wasn't trying to like sleep with them because they made pedophilic claims. So we moved the goalposts constantly though, because even though you introduce, well, he's only 17, it's like, well, she's still a minor. You shouldn't talk to girls like that. And then like it's incredible. The goalpost constantly gets shifted, even though he's not as wrong, and nobody calls out like that they had an exaggerated reaction. That's the biggest problem, bro. The parents have no problem calling it out, but the way that they did it was disgusting. But nobody has any mental like positive like nobody has like any like critical thought in the fucking comments here.
Talk about this one. Get back to Discord. And yeah. All right, so after that stream, I told Purify add me to the VC with the people who ganked me live. You know, it was being weird. So he did. He added me to the VC with the people who gave me this is one of the people, and he had Mr. B. Now Mr. B left. Look, 1 minute after, I was trying to apologize, show him that this is what he's doing, and I don't want to keep going through this, bro. I was trying to say he's kind of taking overboard. Keep coming to my stream, keep ganking me, keep spamming that. Like you being obsessed with me right now. I don't do that to you. I don't go to your videos. I don't get your comments. None of that. But like you keep coming to my streams, and I'm tired of it. But in the stream, I was trolling. Obviously, I was trying to make him mad. You know,
it's interesting too because it sounds like the kid, the Mr. B kid, was being fucking. He was acting the way his parents taught him that he's better than everybody else, so like he can go and troll other people's streams, even smaller content creators. That sounds what actually like what happened here. That this fucking Mr. B kid trolled this kid's stream, then he overreacted and called his fucking his sister a porn star, and the parents decided to just try to deplatform him because because they don't like him. Like this is because you raise shitty kids because you guys are shitty parents. I'm sorry if that upsets you, but I'm also not because like you know we need to call out bad behavior. Difference is I don't think you should lose your channel. I think you guys should just sit down for a minute and like really think about the way that you're raising your kids. This is the problem. When people grow up rich, entitled, not good. Okay? That's not good. It's just, you guys are shitty. You guys are exhibiting shitty behavior. It's course correct. Like, what you're doing is worse than what he's doing.
This is our name. I ain't gonna lie, that was bad as shit. I should never did that. But like, the reason why I did that was retaliation. And where I'm from, that's how we get under people's skins, which I was trying to get under his skin from. You feel me? Keep coming to, harassing me and being weird, which he was doing. So I was trying to show him that, and I said that. And I tried to apologize because now they tell me. And I'm apologizing now, basically. They kept trying to add him back. He kept leaving groups. I'm like, all right, if you don't want the apology, that's cool. And then the situation ended. So the situation ended. So we was done with. I went to sleep. Chat, so we're gonna fast forward to this. Like I said, I wasn't thinking none of it. It's just Roblox beef. I wake up with like 500 pings, 200 hate messages on Instagram and Discord. And I'm like, what the hell? And they released the whole video. His family did. this is before I went to sleep. He released a whole video on his family, and I was like, what the fuck? Oh, he released a whole, why was his family release a whole video on me? So I watched the video, and it's them lying on me. You know, they calling me 19 years old. I'm 17. You feel me? They call me a rapist. I'm not. I got a whole girlfriend. I did that to troll. You feel me? I ain't gonna get. I'm dead. Because it's the truth. I ain't gonna lie. He kind of did. Like, it was a Roblox beef, and he took it to the extreme. He literally went to go tell his mom and daddy about another person who's literally when you're roasting and stuff back. I mean, you keep coming to
That's true. And he lied about the kid's age just to make him look worse.
my stuff. Like, you keep coming to my streams and, you know, in my game, harassing your game. So I can't get to you. My own retaliation is like, I'm finna cook you now.
That's actually a bannable moment, is weaponizing your following base to like hate raid. So the other kid should probably get a violation strike.
Back. So yeah, a lot of people is probably not gonna be on my side either way, even if this video dropped. I understand. But still, look at it from my perspective. He kept coming to me. I wasn't coming to him, he was coming to me. He was being weird. Like I said, when I said about his sister was wrong, I sincerely apologize. I ain't gonna lie, that was wrong. But like, well, friend, we do talk about each other's moms, even family, all that. But that's just what we do. Like, I didn't know bro was gonna take it to this extent. I mean, this is Roblox beef. You feel me? But for them to, you feel me, defamation of character is insane. Call me 19. Like, I'm grown now, I'm 17. Saying I'm doing this to their daughter. Then they call me a rapist. Like, what? Dude, me roasting your daughter and your son, I'm a rapist now? That is crazy. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I truly apologize about the daughter stuff, everything else. I don't know, but y'all was saying some religious, all that. Y'all even say y'all on a different planet from me. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Y'all be on a different planet from me. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but like, yeah, I apologize to your daughter. That's really the only person I really apologize to. Everybody else, I don't know, bro, after that video, like.
No, they bullied the shit out of this kid, and he doesn't really know how to respond because he's young and doesn't understand, like, 100% what they're trying to do. Which is they're trying to ruin his life because they got upset.
Y'all didn't have to make a video, low key. Bro could have DM'd me just how I was trying to get him to talk. He didn't do none of that. But y'all went instead and made like a whole video talking about dear Kelly, she's only 15. Like, I knew her age. And in the streams and stuff, like I said, that's literally, I didn't know her age. I wasn't even looking at the age. Literally, yesterday I found out bro was 16 and I thought his sister was older. This is a screenshot. Literally, this is before they even dropped their video type shit. I didn't know. So I'm lost. But yeah, chat, like, that's all I gotta say. This is my response. I apologize to your daughter for disrespecting her, calling her out her name, saying like, you know, some weird stuff. I ain't gonna I did. All just as how your son did, kept coming to me being weird. So all the people probably gonna stop them looking at it from my perspective. Like, it's like a person, it's like you and a person have an argument. You go.
Here's the lesson that this kid's learning: that rich people have special rules and the way that they react, and people with less money have to be better people because they're more police for their behavior. That's what he's learning from this situation.
Home and that person keep coming to your house with other people, stepping in your house, being weird, touching, you know, bothering your space, and then leave for a week and keep doing the same thing. You like, bro, look, we had one time argument, you keep doing the same thing. Look at it like that, bro. This is, you feel me? I'm just being real. I'm 17. He's 16. It was a Roblox YouTuber beef. It shouldn't even be this big. And y'all really out here calling me 19 and calling me a rapist, saying I'm beneath. Technically, I'm beneath y'all. Like, come on, I don't care how many subscribers you got. I don't care how much views you average. At the end of the day, I'm 17. I don't really care. I'm like, I really don't care. Even if y'all get my channel terminated, that's cool, I guess. But that make y'all look weird though. Like, y'all got a teenager beef. Two grown people got into teenager beef. That's what people do here.
It's true.
This is Roblox. It's not a friendly community. I don't know if y'all thought that, bro. It's not a friendly community. A lot of kids are, you know, exotic here. And your son do that.
It's true. We were just talking yesterday about how kids are fucking assholes fundamentally. We were talking about that yesterday, and like you have to like really socialize kids to not be pieces of shit. You have to socialize empathy into them. Kids are assholes, and so Roblox is probably a community full of fucking dickheads. Like, okay, I mean, I'm not surprised. All gaming communities are.
But yeah, like I said, I apologize to Gabriella. Everybody else now. All right,
yeah, man. Okay. Yeah. At the end of the day, man, shame on these two. You guys are fucking embarrassing. Shame on your kids too, man. Teach your kids better. Hope you get upset because you deserve it.